I know yours by memory.
And we're live. There we go. Here, I can type it out here so I don't get swatted.
Thanks for making me look small that way.
All right, so we're live. Good, excellent. So you'll have to wait for people to show up, but they'll show up. Anywho, I'm Joe. This is Chris, my buddy. We're going to be turning pens.
Hey guys.
We have two different types of pens today. We have this one's for your dad. Or his dad. It's a fly fishing. Oh crap! It's a fly fishing kit, fly fishing pen, and then we also have a piano or music type pen that we'll look at here in a little bit. Okay. So without further ado, the first thing we have to do is look at the directions, because I've never done these ones before. So I'll give you guys a shot here. Oh. On these directions, this is an attractive fly fishing theme, easy to turn with a straight tube, blah 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 blah. 7mm pen mandrel, we got one of those.
So is that
Yep.
that die just held in by pressure?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a friction fit. So this is your 7mm pen mandrel. Right here, this rod is 7mm. Drill bit, we already did that. Bushing set, 2 of 3. NBU. Bushing set. NBU. Okay, so we're going to use this bushing set. Preparing the blank, I've already prepared the blank. Today we're going to be using a blank cut from a Jack Daniel's whiskey barrel, which I think is pretty cool.
Yeah. It smells pretty good too.
Yep. It smells just like whiskey with a certificate of authenticity. So we're going to be using this blank today. You can see it obviously came out of a whiskey barrel. To set up, here. So there's 2 bushings used, which is kind of weird. Kind of thought there'd be 1. Turning the blank. Mount the bushings and blanks according to diagram B. Is this diagram? That's diagram C. Diagram B. Okay. So there's 3 bushings in here, which is confusing me. Are these both the same size? Oh, they are. All right, so that's easy. So that goes on there. And then our blank should go on just like this. Get on there. I do have friends. That's my sister. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, I do have friends, funny enough. Thank you. What's up, Arrow Seeker? What's going on, man? Okay, move this one out of the way. So now we have a bunch of room here, so what we'll do actually is we need to fill that space, so we'll fill that space by putting these extra bushings on. Throw these on right behind them. We take this nut. Hello.
Make sure nothing gay stuff going on. Or nothing.
Nope. No gay stuff going on.
We just had a belt change.
A what?
So we both had a change.
Here, come here. Rachel hasn't seen. I don't know if Rachel's there.
Are you streaming?
Yeah. It's okay, come here. Hey, buddy. Hi.
Spit that out. I know he is.
Hi. Can you say hi? Your auntie's watching. Can you say hi? Hmm? Hello. Hello. Maybe she's watching. I don't know if she's here anymore, but she was. Oh. Okay. All right. There you go.
Give me your buddy.
He's going to be learning soon enough, right?
I know. I just got them all dirty.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you did. Did you just spit that out? Of course you did.
We're still finding Cassie's at our house. Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Nate and Wyatt
Anyway.
stuffed into places.
Come on, puppy. Let's go.
Okay, so let's set up this.
Sorry to interrupt.
Yep, well, don't do it again. No, no, this is a buddy of mine from work. Said he thought it was the internet repair guy.
Oh,
because I've been having problems with the internet. All right, so you guys got a good view of that. So let's make sure. So this is an interesting blank to turn because it's shaped like a barrel, of course. So it's not straight like most of our blanks are. So you got to make sure we don't smack it.
Yeah, it's weird because it's concave on one side and convex on the other.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God! Thanks, Kami. Good job. Every day I got to deal with that guy.
So do you have to start in the middle when it's shaped like that to get it started?
We could. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
So now basically what we're doing is, so there's a lot of waste to this right now. What we're going to do is we're going to turn this blank down to those bushings. So they need to be the same diameter as those bushings.
Oh, okay.
So that's the whole idea. Yep, so that's the whole idea here. So when we turn it on, hopefully it doesn't hit. Yep. We're just going to turn it down to those bushings, and you can make it look however you want. If you want it to be like a bulge shape or whatever, just know that, you know, that center part right there is the part that you're doing. So if you want it to be straight across,
right.
If you want it to be kind of bulged a little bit, however you want to do it, you just do it however you want to do it.
Would you start that at the beginning?
So at the beginning, what you want to do is kind of bring it to round. That's what they call it. And I'll start it just because it's a little hard. Not hard, but it's sometimes it can be a pain in the butt. But I'll just start it to see how it does. Smells like whiskey. I don't know. Do they put tequila in a barrel?
No.
Yeah, once it becomes more round, which when this stops jumping like that, it's round. Once it becomes more round, it's easier to control. Okay. So that's almost round.
Almost, yeah.
So if you want to start on it, you can.
Sure.
Really, there's still quite a bit of waste here, so you're probably going to want to just keep doing back and forth and back and forth. And then as we get closer and closer, instead of using this, which is a little rough, right? It's a roughing gouge. See how it's ripping things out? We'll move to that, which is a little sharper. And actually, I might sharpen it while you're doing this.
Okay.
So have at it, my friend.
Sweet.
Don't listen to these jackasses on the, on the computer.
I'll probably be too focused anyways.
That's okay.
Yeah, how often do you actually have to sharpen these?
Almost every time. If you do acrylic, like a plastic, you really sharpen them a lot.
Really?
You end up sharpening quite a bit, yeah. If it gets to a point where it feels like since it's getting smaller, you have to like dive it in, you can drop this down.
Oh, okay. Almost to that point, I think. Yeah, that might be a good idea to go ahead and do that.
What's that? Drop down a little bit?
That really does smell good, though. A tequila pen. I didn't know that tequila was distilled in barrels.
I don't know if it is.
No.
That's what I was telling him. I don't know if they make tequila in barrels.
No, you just.
Yep, you just loosen that, and
Yeah.
it'll loosen up. You can drop it down, and then whatever feels right. So like right now, you can see that this side's a little bit fatter, which
Yeah.
it doesn't matter right now, but later
You,
that's something you're gonna want to keep conscious. So
yeah, I feel like it's like I'm putting more pressure at the beginning and then realizing that I am, and then.
yeah. So the part that you're doing is the part right there in the center.
Oh, cool.
So just give you an idea. So this should be right. So we'll see. There's probably something else.
Yeah, there's a. I think there's a twist.
Mechanism.
Yeah. Alright, here we go.
Yeah, tequila.
Really light-handed with this, and it still does its job. Somebody, hey, Google that.
Yeah, that was me actually. Because I know they can't hear us because the thing's right there.
Gotcha.
So since we're getting pretty low, depending on how big or how you want to shape this, you want to start thinking about
Putting
that.
a rough shape on there.
Maybe we should take a look. That's cutting it pretty well.
Yeah, it is.
It's not as bad as it was before. And but see how you don't have too much left to go?
Right.
So if you want it to stay like this fat here and maybe taper it down, or if you want it to be fat on top and taper it down or whatever, you can always take more off, but you can't put more on, right?
Right.
So we can always take it off and kind of dry fit it and see what it looks like.
Okay.
So if that's what you want to do, I would recommend grabbing this, not that one, this one.
Okay.
Grabbing this one and just kind of using it. This isn't what this is made for, but it's the sharpest tool I have, and just kind of using it like this on this side, and then using it like this on this side.
Okay.
And just kind of bring it down to the bushing there.
Okay.
Because that bushing is going to be the same size as these. So.
Cool. Still starting from the edges.
They age them like whiskey.
Oh, okay. Feel almost awkward on this side.
Yeah, it's a little tougher. You can sometimes you can bring your whole body this way if you feel better doing it like that instead of swapping hands.
Yeah, I like that better. See where that is.
That looks nice. I like the grain. Could probably move this a little closer to give you more control. And then if you need to move this up or down, whatever you got to do.
Okay.
There you go.
Let's see. I'm gonna come down a little bit. So, how do you like this lathe?
It's nice. I like it. Cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does the job?
Yep. It's a Harbor Freight, so it does the job.
Yeah.
So I mean, so it's cheap, but it does the job.
Right. You have a favorite thing that you've turned so far?
Pens for sure.
Yeah.
The most gratifying because you can get one done in an afternoon.
Yeah.
But Other than that, I haven't really turned anything into pins. I've done like a few silly things here and there. Christmas trees and stuff. Actually, I made a snowman that I really like.
Yeah. Close. Pretty close.
Just about there. Yeah, close. Actually,
Yeah, I think that one's pretty much there. Close.
yeah. If you like it, we can start sanding it, and that might bring it all the way
Okay.
down to where we need it to be.
Let's see where we're at. Ooh, I like that dark spot there.
Yeah, that's
Look
pretty
at
cool.
that. That's neat. Yeah, that's cool.
It's good. Let's give it a sanding and see what it looks like. So you can grab. There should be some sandpaper over there on the left hand side or right hand side.
We're gonna stick hammer now.
There should be a 220 and a 320. You start with a 220. Yeah, this is his first time turning anything. He's doing a pretty good job.
You float like a
Says the
floater.
guy who's been turning for a month. What's up? Yeah, so you just kind of hold it like a belt while it's running and
Cool.
back and forth and get it nice and smooth.
Sweet.
You're already a pro. That's what you're saying.
I might be a little bit of a perfectionist, is what it is. Believe it or not, this is actually how I got my first car, is helping my dad in his wood shop.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
that and rebuilding a transmission.
So these still need to go down a little bit more. This one's a little closer than that one is. The cool thing about this is when you give this to your parents, you can show them on YouTube how you made it.
Oh yeah,
It'll be on there.
very good point. Yeah, I like how that's shaping. That's close.
closer.
Oh, it's still a little bit more.
You need to get a little more aggressive with it. This is a 180, I think.
Okay.
Or a 120 that you can have.
Yeah, I really like that shape. That side's pretty much there.
Yeah, those are pretty close now. There's much more patience than I do. I would have been going at it with a tool still. Feel good?
Yeah. I'm gonna hit it with this guy. Might need to come down a tad bit more.
Yeah, if you can catch it with your nail.
Yeah.
Just come down a little bit.
Okay.
But it's definitely getting closer. Is that dust bothering you? If it's bothering you, I got a dust mask anywhere.
No, no, man. I'm good.
Look like Bane.
Yeah. Let's see here.
You were alone on YouTube, man. Sorry. It's a lonely place over there on YouTube. The channel's brand new, so hopefully more people show up soon. I don't have a viewer count on YouTube either. I only have a viewer count on my computer here for Twitch, so I don't know when people are on YouTube watching, unless they say something. Yeah, I know I can, but I'm already, yeah, I guess I could set it up like that. I'm really weary about adding new things to this computer because it's already giving me issues performance-wise. A power fan? I'll take a power fan. That sounds cool. I don't know what that is, but I'll take it. You know what a power fan is?
I don't know if you just mean something to circulate the air or.
Probably because I brought up the dust.
Oh yeah.
Mead growers has ducting and filter. Well, that sounds good. On Stream Labels or Streamlabs, I'm using the Restream one right now. Does Restream have a viewer count thing? I bet you it does. And I see a 3i thing up there. I bet, you know what? I bet you it does.
What?
Yep, it sure does. I have to keep it up though. It says I have 4 on Twitch and none on YouTube, but that's okay. It usually takes like an hour for people to show up anyway. 800, wow, that's nice. Dude, if you have one, send it over here. I'll give you like $1 for it. I'm gonna read this on my phone so I can see it. Yeah, I still need to add the chat to OBS. I'm just out of room. The screen's already really cluttered. I don't really want to add any more to it. 3 cameras is a lot to stick on one screen. But how's the quality today? Is it better than yesterday? I don't have any drop frames, which is fantastic.
That was pretty much fun. I don't know about this side. It keeps
Fucking with you.
yeah.
Stop messing with me.
There you go. That's gonna compose the
Working as intended. Fantastic. I thought it said intermittent for a second. My face got a little red. I was going to get pissed. God damn it. I don't know what this is. Oh, this is a bushing set. I see. Okay. This bushing set is compatible with more than just this pen, and there's other pens that have 2 blanks that use the center bushing. That makes sense. That does it. I actually need to change what the current project is too, because it says slimline, and we're not doing a slimline. We're doing a fly fishing pen, which is actually really cool. I think it's awesome.
yeah. Yeah, the company had bass, fishing, fly fishing.
Oh, this one?
Yeah.
The one that the book? That
Yeah.
you looked at? Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
So Father's Day and Mother's Day are coming up. I guess I have those in the wrong order. Yeah, a good way to surprise the parents. What do you think?
That feels pretty good. Both sides feel okay. It feels like smooth as heck.
Yeah, it does.
Feels good. Yeah, that'll probably be fine. I mean, yeah. So now, what you want to do is take. Did you already do 320?
Yep.
Okay, so that's already done with 320. All right. So at this point, you have a choice. This. you can either keep it like a wood feel and use a lacquer finish like this. You can put a couple of layers of this on it, or you can give it a glossy, like shiny look like these have. This one actually isn't all that great, but and that uses pretty much crazy glue.
Gotcha.
So,
I think I want to keep this one as natural as possible.
Okay. Then what I would do in that case is try to
take some of those high spots in the middle.
Yeah, well, it's a little cracked, and I think that's just because it's been wet.
Gotcha.
With stuff. But first thing we'll want to do is take this 320, and just give it a sanding this way, because right now we have a bunch of circles in it. Let's see if that helps. That did help a lot, actually. So if that's the way you want to go, that's the easier way. So if that's the way you want to go, what we'll do, set these aside.
Picture real quick.
Okay. You can use the super gloss.
Okay.
One of these. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is just kind of clean it a little bit.
Okay.
And what else we're going to do is, since we severed so many fibers in the wood, and since we're going to keep it a natural feel, we don't want it to, we don't want those fibers to come back up. So in order to raise the fibers up, what we do is we get them wet. So just dip this, before you do that in here, take that, and put this down so we don't get this wet, because you can see I'm already jacking it up. So yeah, all you want to do is just kind of dip it in there, turn this on, and just kind of real quick, and just kind of rub it down. It'll give you an idea of what it's going to look like with the finish through. Yeah, and then if you look at it, it should be dirty, right?
Oh, yeah.
So. There you go.
Cool.
So
does it hurt to do it a little bit more, or?
Good. Cool. There you go. So now what we'll do, if you feel it, you can feel that there's fibers coming back up. If you go back and forth, you can feel those fibers coming up, right? So what we'll do is we'll wait for this to dry. We'll just let it run. We'll wait for it to dry, then we'll hit it with 320 again.
Okay.
Then after we hit it with 320, we'll use this lacquer, and then we'll just do as many layers as you want to do until you like it a little bit. Cool. But it's not going to be as shiny as if you did it with the glassy stuff.
Right.
It'll be pretty much the way we just saw it when it was wet. So
Yeah,
it'll have more shine to it. That's what this is made for. It's supposed to be high gloss, but
I think that'll look cool with the antiqued.
yeah.
Which one we did with brass? Is that right?
This one, antique brass. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Awesome.
So it looks like it's dry. Yep, that's nice and dry.
Cool.
So just give it a 320 hit again.
Okay. And then we'll have to. Will we need to wipe it down again after that?
If you'd like to, we can. Yeah, actually, we will. Just F it. That's fine.
Just a real quick one.
Just enough to get that stuff down. So once it feels smooth to the touch, that's when it's good to go. Of course, it's going to be riding with it. Feel good?
Here, yeah.
Feels good. Cool. So now just wipe it. I'll give you another piece. Okay.
That's what I'm doing nearly as hard as last time.
Just if it snags, just like a little paper.
Yeah. Yeah. Get your hand pulled in there.
Look clean?
Yeah.
Alright, so we're done with that. There's a trash can. We'll let that dry. While that's drying, if you want to grab the shop vac, we'll clean this up. So mind the noise. Shop vac's coming on. Nice and dry.
Oh yeah, that looks cool.
Okay. You good with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's cool how, having it being underwater, it sets the grain so much different. Or not water, but a liquid.
Mm-hmm.
It sets the grain so much differently.
Okay. So here's another piece.
Okay.
Pretty much all where did I put that lacquer? There it is. So pretty much all you're gonna do. Good time to use this emote. To use it. What? I don't know what's going on. All right. So pretty much all you're gonna do is you're just gonna, you'll spray it on.
Yeah.
And then just the way you did it with the water,
Mm-hmm.
except this. So this is a friction finish, right? So friction drying polish.
Okay.
So when you add the layer, you just keep holding it on there until you have a lot of layers there. You probably won't feel it getting hot, but you want it to get hot.
Okay.
Friction.
Cool.
Gives it a little bit more of a gloss than the. And take a look at it and see if it's dirty. If it's dirty, we'll replace it. Oh, for the vacuuming sound, yeah. Oh my God, excuse me, I'm sorry.
There you go.
That's rude. You want anything here? Water?
I got some water down there.
So once that's dry, which it dries pretty quickly,
Okay.
make sure you put a decent amount of pressure on it when you put it on there too. Yeah. And then you just add as many coats until you're happy with it.
That's the one.
What was that?
I think that's where I want it. I think that'll look good. Oh yeah, that looks awesome. I like it.
You good with that?
Yeah.
All right. You can chuck that.
Mm-hmm.
And then on this side, just remove this or just.
Okay.
Yeah, I did it the wrong way. And then on that.
Okay.
And this guy. There we go, and that whole thing will move. There you go. Now what you can do is you can take that nut off. Just set it off to the side and all those things will come off with it.
Does that whole thing come
Yeah, you
off?
can just pull the whole thing off. You'll probably have to move that. All right. Cool. So now you can pull those bushings out. And this will be your work surface down here. Nice. There you go.
Yeah, that looks really nice.
Looking good. So here's your different pieces. That's the ink.
Okay.
There's that part. Oh, there's the top. There's an important part we don't want to lose.
The spring.
Spring. Twist mechanism. And last but not least, the clip.
All right. Okay, so order of assembly. I imagine I can figure it out.
It's pretty simple, but this is pretty much how it's going to work. Spring goes on the refill.
Yep.
Twist mechanism, it looks like, yep, goes right into that. The refill most likely goes in first, and then you put the twist mechanism on top of it.
I would imagine. I imagine it's threaded down there. Had to remove my hand slowly so I made sure it didn't go shooting out.
So now you can probably test that mechanism by turning the back of it.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
It's nice and smooth too.
Sweet.
Cool.
Yep, most likely.
Make sure that it feels, because this side's a little fatter. Yeah, definitely the other side. Okay.
We'll do that next.
Actually, imagine it probably. Couldn't tell if it is it just a pressure thing?
Probably needs to be pressed.
Yeah.
But this is a pretty expensive one, so I don't want to mess it up.
Yeah.
Let's see. Lay out parts according to diagram A. We did that. Affix the spring over the refill. We did that. Insert the refill into the opening at the front end of the assembly. You did that. Screw on the mechanism over the refill. You did that. Affix the clip over the extension on the end cap and line up tip or rod tip with the fishing line on the end. Oh, so you want to make sure that that's lined up with the fishing line.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, because otherwise it'll look
Silly.
Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Okay.
Affix on the end. Press the cap assembly either into either end of barrel. Press the front end assembly into the opposite end, then thread on until the tip seats on the barrel. The pen operates by twisting the tip to advance or retract the refill. To replace the refill, twist the kit tip counterclockwise until front end assembly disengages. So we'll probably have to press it.
Okay.
Because that sounds like it's a friction fit
Yeah.
on the back end.
Okay.
So it's already got a little spot there. Make sure it's retracted. That's an important part. Is it retracted?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then we'll try to keep. So if you want to bring that up, this whole thing should move. What I'll do is I'll hold it here. Yep, there you go. That's good. And then you start twisting. There you go. It's working. Is that good for you?
Yeah.
Okay, that should be good.
And where's the release for this?
Just
Just undo it.
Yep.
Yeah.
There you go.
Cool. Oh wow, that looks great.
We might want to try pressing it a little more to get rid of that gap right there.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But other than that, does the twist work?
Perfectly.
Awesome. Nice.
Yeah.
Looks good.
You gonna try doing a little more?
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
Yep. This might not be perfectly straight, so. Okay, that's pretty tight. Toy like a toy gun. Might still be there a little bit, but it's probably not really noticeable, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Cool.
What do you think?
I like it.
Pretty cool?
Yeah. There we go.
Who's that? Oh, Danielle says it looks great.
Turned out good. There it is. Nice.
That is nice. Cool. So now, don't forget your certificate of authenticity and your extra one. Okay. We can set that one back here for now. And we can do the other one.
Cool.
So we're done with, we need that. We're done with these. Good one, Joe. That extra basketball.
We'll grab some water real quick.
It's a fly fishing design. So you got a gentleman, I think, maybe,
Yeah, down the bottom.
down at the bottom,
Yeah.
fly fishing right there. Focus, come on. There we go. Fly fishing, doing his thing. And then up top you have the clip is a fly fishing rod. You can hear us up there.
Yeah.
And it has a fish that they caught, of course, because they're successful fishermen, right? You and your dad fly fish a lot?
Yep.
Pretty cool. Focus, come on. Hello. Ugh, whatever. It's not focused. That's awesome. I think that looks good. So now we're going to be working on a musical themed pen, all right?
Yep. Mom was a music
There we go.
teacher for years.
Your mom was?
Singing choirs, did piano lessons, played the piano.
Awesome.
Fantastic musician.
And for this one, we're going to be using a Purple Heart. It's a two-piece, so let's pull out the directions and see how this one goes on. Probably pretty self-explanatory, but
Yeah, the Purple Heart actually has a little bit more meaning when I started thinking about it, since purple is the color of that they use to bring awareness to Alzheimer's. My grandmother, actually, my late grandmother, had Alzheimer's, so it actually has a little more meaning than we originally anticipated.
oh wow. So the short one goes on the right with the larger cap bushing. So these two are different sizes, okay. Smaller lower bushing goes first. And then big piece, longer piece. And then the center bushing. I would assume that these two are the same. Yep, so center bushing smaller. What is right there? There's something right there that these things don't like. Get in there. There we go.
Might be able to take a little bit of sandpaper to it later. Don't you wish sometimes it was like your phone where you could just tap on what you wanted it to focus
Seriously. I don't know why it does this to me, but it does. Okay. Looks good. Same deal. Same as before, you're turning these down to the bushings.
Okay.
So keep in mind that let's just look at this. We can probably figure out if we look at it. Holy moly.
Jeez.
So the bigger end, it seems. Wow, there's a lot going on in this one.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
I think this one has a cap, right? Yeah,
Oh, it does have a cap. That's cool. Oh, so the bigger one's going to be the cap. So this is the cap. So just keep in mind that this is the cap and this is that. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Put all this away before I lose this. Jeez. Oh my god. Close that up.
Oh yeah. Okay, there's
Put
only
that
one.
off to the side. All right, floor is yours.
Cool.
It's barely tapping. That should work. I would suggest, since this one's off center a little bit, I don't know if you can notice the way it's kind of off center, but that's going to cause it to do this a little. I would suggest doing this one first to balance it, and then go to this one. Otherwise, it's going to be like one side's going to be odd.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you're looking at here. This is people who are watching on Twitch,
Okay.
and then that's our viewer count right now on Twitch, which is 4.
Sweet.
If you're interested.
Yeah.
So this wood's really hard. This is going to be harder than the oak that you just turned.
Okay.
So you need to be aware of that.
Turning purple. you ever had a problem with the harder woods cracking on you?
But this happened to me before.
Oh no, that's not fun.
I didn't see it. There's no frames dropped on this end. Frames are good on this end. I'll get back on this.
Okay. I think it's if they're actually going to come.
Oh, okay. Maybe I was like, I don't know when they're coming.
She said on our way.
Oh, okay. Did you get that?
She had, there was an accident over there at Pawnee and Webb. Yeah.
On the bed?
Yeah.
Was it lighted?
Yeah. Oh, no, the stop sign. Yeah.
That doesn't surprise me.
You always turn it off to.
Yeah, because if you catch the tool rest, that'll jack it up.
Yeah.
Oh, sounds like them right now.
Yeah. you know, it's putting too much pressure on it.
Hmm?
If it starts chopping pretty bad.
It might need a sharpener, actually.
Try it. It really, the color's going to look nice with the high polish like that. Cool.
That picture I sent you
Yeah.
of what it looked like, that had that CA finish on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Actually, any of those pens that you see up there that are the darker ones,
Yeah.
those are all CA finished pens. Eventually, I'm going to buy a jig for this so it makes a perfect
Oh, yeah.
bevel on it. Because right now I got so many bevels going on it because I'm doing it freehand
Yeah.
that it's not as efficient as it could be.
Mm-hmm.
But it's better than nothing because I was using these without sharpening them, and it was a disaster.
Yeah.
Things were exploding. And
Alright. Let's do this.
if that starts happening, another reason it could be happening is because you want to push down on this
Oh, okay.
as you're going.
Yeah.
That makes
sense.
sense.
When did you go to the cupping blade again?
The what?
The other blade? When you
Whenever you wanted to, start getting a more precise shape. On this one, you could use that skew chisel, which might be easier. You can give it a try. It might start to pretty bad.
that one?
Yeah. Yeah, no, this is a buddy of mine. I'm helping him make some pens for his parents. Or he's really doing it. I'm not doing it. I got pretty short too, huh?
What was this one called again?
Called a bowl couch.
Bowl gather.
She uses it as bowls. I
Oh.
think. I could be totally wrong. I'm pretty sure it's called a bowl couch. It's a bit more aggressive. When you get really good at this, you can use that skew chisel to make any shape you really want, but it's really easy to get it to run away on you.
Yeah.
Because you'll be going and then it'll just start cutting in real bad and you go all the way
Oh,
across.
man.
So I kind of cheat and use other methods.
Yeah, whatever. Honestly, whatever works and makes you more efficient, right?
Oh, you know, some people, I watch Theo the Woodturner a lot, and he says if it's working and it's safe, then you're using the tool correctly, and it's not, you know, damaging the tool or whatever.
Right.
And in his book, using it correctly, even if that's not its intended use. Didn't know that your little one can talk now.
Oh, Wyatt?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So for this, if you don't mind taking it, or if you don't mind, using that skew chisel. So I don't really care. I can resharpen the stuff whenever.
Okay.
So what you can do, just to take some time off of sanding, because that takes forever.
Yeah, it did.
You can take that skew chisel and just kind of line it up.
With the bushing?
Yeah. And just be really careful about it. And if you scrape the metal bushing a little bit, it's not a big deal. But now you can see that's pretty much brought it down to the bushing for you.
Oh yeah.
So now you can shape it even more if you'd like, or you can just keep it like that. So you can do the same thing. All I really do is just try to get the tip right there, right to where the end is, and just lightly hit it, and keep an eye on this top part as I'm doing it. So I just lightly hit it, and then when it looks like it's getting close, just give it a feel. If it feels good, then you're good.
Sweet.
But that'll save a lot of time.
Absolutely.
Instead of doing it like this, so I noticed that instead of coming into it like this, come down here and bring it down.
Flush with it.
Yeah, because that way, that one's pretty good already. But if you come down, you can kind of just keep an eye on it, and then you have more of a depth, more control of your depth.
Oh yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So. Tapping the bushing, or is it tapping that gold thing?
I think it was just sort of, I may have been putting too much pressure on one side.
If it's pretty close, then you can take sandpaper to it. That one needs a little more.
Yeah.
That one's pretty good. That one's pretty good. That one might use a little bit teeny more.
Okay.
This is because this is one of the harder woods. Like, it's a really hard wood, and it takes forever to sand for like radius and nothing.
That side.
Pretty good.
What about that side?
I mean, that one, you could probably get that with sandpaper.
Yeah.
I would just kind of focus on that side. Try using the tip of this to get right where it needs to be. Make sure that tip is flat. There you go. The camera go out of focus. I'll fix it here in a bit. Or the best I can do is just kind of put my hand there and try to fix it. Hopefully that works.
Sandpaper, I think.
I'll try.
A little bit more?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I guess I should have felt that. Felt it.
So because I sharpened that by hand, it's not perfectly flat, so you might have to do a little bit of a twist one way or the other.
Look at that. You've come too far.
I know, right? There you go. Perfect.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. Sanding?
Let's do it.
Sand it up.
Alright.
Can actually move this. What are you trying to do?
I was trying to rotate it.
There you go. Yeah, it'll be this side only. That side's for tightening
the chuck or whatever. Right.
Did you
Catch it a little bit? No, that's part of the grain.
Okay. We can fill that with, if you decide to use the glassier part,
Yeah.
we can fill that.
Oh, okay.
So it won't be too big of a deal. So this one you don't want to use it too long, it's pretty abrasive. So.
Right. So close.
Getting there?
Yeah. Burying stuff.
Yeah, I just need to keep the right bag so I know what's what.
It's still a little too...
A little too much?
Well,
Just a teeny bit, yeah. Bitty bit.
that one too, huh?
Can't tell on that side. That side maybe a little bit.
Okay.
Okay. Ass dragon. Thanks.
I don't want to know the origins of that name.
Yeah. No, it's alright, man. Thanks for taking care of that, though.
Close.
Are you off work already, Sparks? Or you did that very quickly to being at work?
Hit it with that little grip.
Oh, on a tablet, okay. That's alright. Whatever. No biggie. I like the shape of that.
Yeah. Just, you know, I think the cool thing is you just let it do what, sort of whatever it wants to do.
Yeah.
And it usually
comes out okay.
Never skip leg day.
Thank you very much, sir. You're a gentleman and a scholar.
Oh, thanks, Ass Dragon, for the follow. I appreciate it. That's one more to our goal of 50. I don't know what I'm at now. 27 or something like that.
What do you think? Maybe a tiny bit more on this side?
Itty bitty.
Yeah.
It's pretty close, though.
Yeah.
Almost. But it's up to you. It's going to be your end product, so.
Yeah. Let's take a little bit more.
I have a funny feeling I know who Ass Dragon is.
It's someone we both know, or?
Yeah. If it's who I think it is. Focus. Focus.
There it is. Oh.
I hate this thing. Eventually, oh man, whatever. Eventually I'll get one of the nicer ones. Hopefully that'll fix the focusing issue. But this thing is so small that it just, I don't know. Yeah. There it goes. Hands there now.
Alright, I think it's pretty good there.
You like it?
Yeah.
Okay. Was that 320?
That was the 320.
Awesome. Same thing. We're going to clean it off. Although it's not as imperative for this one, but we're going to clean it off. Probably don't need too big of a piece, so I'll just use that water.
Oh, that's a really cool color, man.
Like it?
Yeah. I almost might want to do the same finish on it. If you don't think those deep.
It'll look like this, just glassy. Not glassy, but it'll look like, it's gonna look like this. So it's up to you. I actually don't have any. I don't have any of this without finish on it, so it looks like
Well, if it looks similar to that right there, that's gorgeous.
yeah, it's gonna look very similar to that. I think you'll like it. Who wants some stop spamming caps warning? Yeah, quit it, commie. It's your problem. You know how Nightbot is. Doesn't like anything. Thing hates everybody. So throw down another, once this is dry, which it's almost there, you can feel it. How it brings it up.
Oh yeah.
320 again, and then water again.
Yep.
And then while it's drying, we'll clean up.
Okay.
I'm not fixing the bot. You need to fix yourself, bro. Stop spamming caps in my chat, you psycho. It doesn't hate you. It's a robot. It doesn't know hate.
Oh, I missed.
All right, mind the noise. We're coming in hot. So in order to do the CA finish, if we try to do it, literally all we're using is crazy glue, and we're stacking crazy glue on top of it over and over again.
Gotcha.
And then we're polishing it. So we don't want to do it on here because it'll stick to these metal bushings. So what you want to do is go ahead and remove this.
Okay.
And while you do that, I'll pull out the stuff that we need.
Okay. I'm actually gonna go to the bathroom real quick.
Okay.
You know me, every 30 minutes.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
Actually, no. Can't focus.
How else are you supposed to yell? I don't know, like every other one you can use caps, I guess? Man, Kami, you just don't get it, do you? Just doesn't get it. No, you use symbols. You can't be using symbols, you crazy guy. What do you think this is? Communist Russia? Where is the thing? Stop looking, I found it. Ah! Okay. Whew. All right, so we're gonna set this up for a CA finish, which is pretty exciting. Gives it a real glassy look. Looks pretty cool. And I don't know if there's enough room. Yeah, there's enough room. Looks like we made it. There we go.
Okay, so those are just little bushings that allow you to get a little more.
The finish doesn't stick to it.
Gotcha. Okay.
Grab a pair of gloves. So you don't want this to get stuck on you. There you go, Sparks. See, you got it. You understand. All right. So this is the part that everybody likes. This is usually when people start showing up, because this really brings a lot of shine out on this thing. Disclaimer number one is this shit gets hot AF. All right. So quick strokes across. Don't hold it, because if you hold it, it'll burn through those and it'll burn your finger.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Watch this.
Fantastic. Number two is don't touch that, because I'm going to be going in here. Don't turn it on. I'll crush my finger. We need to bring this down to a slower speed.
Oh, okay.
Otherwise we'll fling glue everywhere, which we don't want to do.
So you have to let each coat dry?
Yeah, but we have an activator, which dries it instantly.
Oh.
Or I have an activator. There we are, so that should be nice and slow now. Yep. Good. And this is about to break. Okay. So. Yeah, it'll be alright. Come on, baby. Baby! Baby! Let's see if I can get it right in the middle, if it'll focus on that instead. I'll have to go online and figure out how to manually focus this thing. Anyway, so we're going to go through a lot of these towels, because we're only going to use one for each coat.
Okay.
This is a very thin-walled house. So what you're going to do is you're going to take this. This is a thin. So we have two types. We're going to use thin and medium.
Okay.
The thin will soak into this. It's not going to like gel at all. It'll soak right into it. I'll do the first one just so I can show you. So it's pretty simple. And you'll probably see it smoke because it's hot. So it soaks right in, right? And then real quick, you don't want to be on it too long. That's all we got to do.
Oh, cool.
And then we'll just keep giving a bunch of coats that look just like that.
Okay. Easy enough?
Yep.
Cool.
And then we'll do 2 of those coats, 2 of the medium coats. So you can do another one of those.
Cool. 2 in addition to, or just 2 period?
So 1 more.
Okay.
See how it's smoking?
Oh yeah, man, that's fast.
Good. Awesome. Cool. So you can huck that.
Put the cap back on. Golly, that does get hot. Jeez.
Oh boy.
Oh my goodness.
There we go. I'm never buying the cheap nylon gloves again.
Alright.
So now you'll use this, and you'll notice a significant difference in the viscosity between the 2. And what this is doing is it's just really giving us a good layer, so that when we go in with the polishing pads, we have plenty of stuff to layer or to polish, and we don't polish through the wood into the wood on accident.
Okay to be real thick there.
I do that.
Other one again?
Yeah, but bring it that way instead this time. So start.
We're going to do it on both sides?
No, this side's short enough to where I think we're good. But that one, I think it ran out of groove a little bit. Yeah, there we go. So that's 2 of the medium, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to do 1 more. One more of this stuff. Sweet. Okay, so now take that 320 grit. We're going to use that one more time. If you're done. Take that 320 grit and just give it a sanding until, because you can kind of feel it's a little bit gritty right now, just because when we put it on, it kind of layers itself a little weird. So that 320 grit's just going to kind of sand
Knock
it down.
the hide.
Knock it down, yeah. You can see right there's a high spot because it's making that fully full.
So it looks like they're having a grand old time up there.
Looking good. You don't want to pull too much of it off. Okay. Just kind of give it a wipe. Right here, you feel this?
Oh yeah.
See if you can remove that. Just bring that down.
Better?
Still there? Still there a little bit.
Just on the edge there.
Yeah.
Must have.
That's probably when you did the medium, you came across like that.
Yeah.
And you made a little.
Yeah. It's still there a little bit, isn't it?
Still there a little bit, but we'll do is we'll add a layer of the thin and see if that fills it. It doesn't have to be perfect yet still, because we haven't polished at all. And the most abrasive of the polishes will get rid of a lot of high spots.
We just want to do it on the cap.
What's that?
This.
No, you can do it down here too. Do that again. There we go.
Okay. Same thing?
No, so now
Okay.
we're done with that. So it's a lot smoother now. You can feel like it's way smoother.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you can remove those with the glove. What we're going to do now is we're going to go through a wet polish. These are micro mesh.
Okay.
We've all seen this. Everybody from the stream has seen these before. If they're returnees, if not, these are micro mesh pads. They go from a very abrasive yellow,
Oh, yeah.
so you can see it's a very abrasive yellow, to a very, very, very fine gray. And so that's going to, pretty much it's just going to step us through a bunch of different grits and get it really shiny. So the whole idea here, at least in my head, is, so what you can start doing is you can start with the yellow, and all you really want to do, light pressure, just make sure it's wet. Very light pressure. The yellow is more for getting rid of any bad parts, right? So if you feel anything on there, just keep at it until it feels nice and smooth.
Okay.
Same thing on that side. Cool. Really what we want to do, or what my goal is when I do this, when it looks wet, as we're doing it, it stays wet. By the very end, if I dry it off and it looks like I dried it off, then it's not good. So I want it to stay looking wet. You'll see what I mean when we get to the end there. But just make sure all of your pads are very saturated. Do you have a two-story house?
No.
No.
Well, I mean, we got a basement, but there's a little rough spot, like right on the end there.
On the end?
On this one.
Oh, yeah.
Can I use this still?
Mm-hmm. If you need to add more pressure, it's fine. The worst that we're going to do to this right now is we're going to get down to the wood and we'll have to reapply the CA again.
Gotcha.
So, not a big deal if it gets a little messed up. There we go.
That's much better.
How does it feel on the right place? Feel good?
Yeah. The cap especially feels really good.
Cool. Alright. Felt like there was debris on it.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so now flip it over. That's the new one. And we're just going to go all the way down. So make sure you get it all over. So you make sure you apply it to the whole thing.
Right. And the next one?
Next one is that orange one that fell off.
Oh, okay.
So these we're starting to get into a polish, so it's kind of hard to do too much of this.
Okay.
So make sure as you're watching this that it just looks uniform as you go all the way across. There you go. Should be like glass smooth, right?
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Any spots that I need to... Maybe right there?
Feels like there's a piece of debris or something right there. Can you feel that? Like, tut, 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 tut.
Yeah. It's not coming off with that. I still feel it.
That one piece right there still. It's that.
Oh, yeah.
So what we can do, if you want, is we can put another coat of CA on it and make sure we're not as aggressive with the yellow.
Okay.
And then hopefully that'll fix it up. Yeah.
Should I go back over that?
You can do it again. Now it's kind of gone. You can still feel it a little bit. Let's try. We're pretty much going to have to fill this. That's what's going on. I don't want to use that, I lied. That 320 go.
It's underneath it. Sounds smooth.
You can still feel it a tiny bit.
I think that'll be okay.
You alright with it?
As long as it's not like cracked, I think it's good.
Yeah, I think it's just a part of the grain. It looks cool.
Yeah.
It's still thick.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, in that case, that should be fine. Is this where you're at, or you're on orange, right?
Yep.
That's not too bad. Okay. There you go. Didn't mean to take that from you.
There you
So
go.
purple's next.
Purple. Oh, wow. It's incredible.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Cool. So now, the other block, you're going to start with whatever's not gray, so blue.
Okay.
And then these ones you want to spend a little bit of time with. These are the ones that are actually giving it that polish. We have no dropped frames today. That's fantastic. And then whenever you feel good with that one, the other side is the gray, and that gray is the finest that you can get. It's like a 16,000 grit or something. It's crazy high.
Yeah.
Although the micro mesh pads aren't the same as regular sandpaper. Their grits aren't the same.
Right.
12,000 grit. So that's a really, really, really low. So now, if you're done, to test whether or not it's good, when you wipe this off, you really shouldn't see a difference.
Oh, really? Okay.
That's my test. That's what I do. Kinda. Looks pretty good. Kill it and see what you think.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I like that. Cool.
Good with it?
Yeah.
Word up.
Wow, that's incredible. It's so smooth.
Okay, let's pull it off and put it together.
All right. Which way is it? Is it
It's
towards me?
actually back all the way, so you're not going to go
okay.
much further.
Here's this. Some more bushings so we don't lose those.
And those are just on their friction. They're kind of hard to pull. Yeah, give them a good pull. Some of the glue got in there.
Yeah.
That's okay. Pretty cool looking, huh?
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Nice shine. Very glossy. I like it. I think it looks pretty cool.
Cool.
So let's figure out how to put this behemoth together.
Yeah.
It looks actually pretty easy, so as long as we set out everything correctly.
Okay.
Where did I put that kit? I put it back here so it didn't knock over.
Yep.
So there's two versions of this. Let's move this a little bit so I can see what's going on. Okay. So there's okay, don't lose that. That's really easy to lose, that spring.
Mm-hmm.
There's your ink. And so we're going to have to separate this into top, or cap, and pen.
Okay.
So for the, let's see what this is. This is a coupler for the pen part, so that's for the long part.
Okay.
Looks like there's two of those couplers actually.
Yeah. Looks like they should be identical.
There's the lower end cap.
Okay. Which goes behind the coupler.
Yep. What else? one back. This is like a drum.
Yeah.
So that's a cap for the
Back.
the top.
Okay. Oh.
Here you can open things too.
Yeah.
Only 6 frames out of 214,000. Good, awesome. I got 0 out of 227,000. So we're doing pretty good. That's the drum thing. Where does that go? Band right there.
So on the other side of the. Okay. Oh. My kids are about done.
Well, we're almost done too. So.
Yeah. Okay.
And there's that other coupler, which I think goes right there.
Yeah.
And then here's a cap nut, which goes on that side, I believe, between the clip
and the
Yep.
body. Okay.
Right.
Looks like it.
Does that actually look like this?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All right, so now we just got to assemble it. So this says to assemble, arrange finished parts according to that diagram. Press cap nut into the smaller diameter end of upper barrel.
Okay, so which one is the upper barrel? Lower.
Short one is the
Okay.
upper barrel. Cap nut is that guy. We're supposed to press it into there.
That's what it says.
Press cap nut into smaller diameter end of upper barrel. Is there a smaller diameter end? Pretty
That's
sure
what
it's the
I thought.
same size all the way through. Oh, they're saying smaller diameter in terms of what we turned.
Yeah, so this is going to be the
Yeah.
smaller diameter.
Okay, so we're gonna need that pen press again.
And is the taper facing out? There's a slight taper.
I think that's what they're talking about, that taper there.
No, there's
the-
on here.
Oh,
See, there's a flat and then a taper. It's hard to say.
see how that cap there screws into it, so see
Mhm.
what the easiest way to do that is. Yeah, there's a bunch of parts to this one, man. Just don't want to mess it up because it's impossible to get these apart sometimes once they're put together.
It's going to be pretty easy from both sides. Nope. Okay, taper facing out. From what it seemed like. Okay. Okay.
You're supposed to put it all the way in. It says press cap nut into smaller diameter end of upper barrel. Press band into opposite end of upper barrel. Okay.
I'm going to find out. Please don't crack. Let's go on. Keep going. Let's keep going. Guard the back off. Looks pretty good.
Okay. So that's in.
Okay.
Next it says, I mean this is pretty self-explanatory I think, but press band into opposite end of upper barrel.
So up here, that guy.
Okay.
Figure a way to get that glue out of it.
Oh. Do we have like a
File or
Here we
something?
go.
There it is.
We straight?
Looks like it. A little bit more. It's probably about as close as we're going to get. Well, it might be able to go a little bit more. Looks like it can.
Looks like an old man.
Just a tiny bit, maybe.
Maybe. I don't want to crack it like you were saying. We can give it a try. You want to hold that again? Maybe I'll show it easier. Yeah, that's
think that's just fine.
Okay. All right. So next, show the camera.
So, let's go. Piano keys.
That's pretty cool. Insert cap, screw post through clip, and thread into cap nut.
Okay. And that's a neck of a guitar there. So.
Oh, nice. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Focus.
Is it gonna do it? There we go.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's like a snare drum or something?
Yep. A second. I'm following. There we go.
Nice.
Then screw it in.
Yep. Maybe that'll help with the focus. Bringing it down towards the table a little bit more. Not really?
Let's see.
Kind of bright too.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think I get the idea.
There it is.
Nice. That's cool.
Yeah. Cool. All right.
So I think the bottom's pretty self-explanatory,
I would
but we'll do it
imagine.
anyway. Insert cap, screw post, we did that. Press couplers into both ends of lower barrel. Yep, just like I thought.
Okay. There's a little bit of glue in that one again. Just taking a screw, pull that guy out. You want to do one at a time, or
Yeah, that's probably better. Reach the end of this, I gotta reset it. Good.
There we go. Almost there. Almost. And stop.
Cool. Yeah, I know, Logitech, right? That's what I get. I got a medium, like a medium grade webcam, because I can't afford those crazy ones right now, those crazy expensive ones, made for streaming. But you good with that or more?
That's pretty good. Cool.
Easy peasy.
Yep.
And then I'm assuming you just, okay, so for rollerball pens, which is what we have, drop the spring into the open end of the lower barrel, followed by the refill flat side first. Thread the roller barrel tip over the refill. That
Wait a
doesn't make
second.
much sense.
There's something that we're supposed to do first. We gotta put that down first? I would imagine. The spring goes on the back of the ink? Is that what it said?
So we did thread lower end cap onto, oop, my mistake,
Oh.
I skipped one. I skipped one. Thread lower end cap onto either end of lower barrel.
Okay, gotcha.
So you did that. Now it says drop the spring into the open end of the lower barrel, followed by the refill flat side first.
Makes sense. Okay. So,
Drop the pen, drop that in there.
yeah.
And then thread the roller tip over the refill. Nice. Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I think it's done. Keep cap over pen tip when not in use.
Come on, focus.
It's like you gotta cover your whole hand with it almost when you do that. And then it'll focus. There you go.
So there's music notes down there.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then that just...
And it's nice. It's, golly, it's heavy, man. I like that. You just screw that guy on.
Dude, that one's awesome. And will it screw onto the back when they're using
Yeah,
it? That's awesome.
There's the finished product. Right there.
Yeah, I know, right? We'll have to play that later. I think that one's... I really like that one.
Yeah,
that
that's
one's
beautiful.
Awesome. That one looks real good. Sweet.
Cool, man. Well, I appreciate it.
Danielle says it's beautiful.
Yeah. Cool.
Awesome.
Sweet.
Well, that's all we got for today. So thank you, everybody, for coming by. Go back to the regular scene. Thanks, everybody, for coming by. Don't forget to follow my Instagram. That's how that works, right? Following JWWICT. Joe's Woodworks Wichita on Facebook. joeswoodworks.com. I got all sorts of stuff. Get to joeswoodworkswichita.com, and I got links to everything. You can check that out there. You want to do a shameless plug of your Instagram?
Sure. If you want to, if you're into fitness at all, woodlifting weights and stuff, I've got a Facebook page myself, Christian Parris or Chris Parris on there. Friends with him. You can find me through his pages, and then also Instagram just at Chris Parris. So check it out.
Check it out. This guy lifts heavy weights. I've caught my
nice.
wife watching him in the middle of the night. It's BS. All right. Thanks, everybody, for coming by. We'll see you the next time.